Yo, what is up, YouTube? As always, I'm Blitz5, and it's been about a month since the Division was launched on March 8th, 2016, and we're coming close to their first update of the game, first big patch update, releasing their free DLC. So there's going to be two free DLCs. This one is called Incursions, plural with an S there, whatever they're trying to do with that. This is going to be launched on April 12th. And then the second one, they don't have a release date for. And then obviously there's going to be their paid DLC, which is like a pretty much new standard in gaming that they're calling a season, which I'm doing in fake quotation marks that you can't see because this isn't a video of myself. It's actually a video of some Division gameplay that I've been working towards getting to level 30 so I can get to this game and give a full review of what it's like to play this game from start to finish. But I digress. So this DLC is coming April 12th. As I mentioned, Incursions, that's what you need to know. There's new stuff coming. You're going to get two free DLCs without having to pay any money. I haven't bought any season passes or anything along those lines. But this is coming and should be pretty cool. So there's a decent amount of content coming in here. And even though it probably should have been the game at launch, I can at least respect Ubisoft for doing this, getting the community involved with two free DLCs, and the fact that they're coming on all platforms at the same time is pretty awesome, and everyone will be able to enjoy them. So right now, just go through. Basically, there's going to be a little bit extra content. This is a quick summary. There's going to be like a raid kind of thing. There's going to be it's called Falcon Loss, and there's going to be like stronger enemies and stuff like that. But if you want to get into the real details, stick with me. We'll go through them one by one really fast and slowly so you guys can understand them. So if you're playing the Division, you're interested in this. The level cap is at 30. Nothing is changing with that during this DLC, but there's going to be some kind of system where you can go over level 30. If you're familiar to Destiny, there was like the light system where you were capped at a level, I forget what it was, it might have been 30, and then your light allowed you to go to like level 33 with the extra 3 being your light. There's going to be some kind of system like that that's coming into the game, at least with armor or weapons. It's kind of hard to tell reading all this stuff online. So a little over 30, but not really. Then there's also going to be enemies that are going to be stronger, and the challenging modes are going to go past level 30. And some of these are pretty crazy because they're going to have like drones and aerial kind of enemies and stuff like that. There's also going to be like some different armored enemies that are going to be much more difficult to play against. So you can expect harder enemies and stronger weapons to kind of counteract that. Then with that, there's a raid kind of style game. I'm also using fake quotations here that you can't see. A raid, MMO terminology, raid. That's going to be, it's just like, it seems like a really difficult mission where you can't die. If you die, everybody has to start over basically. So this seems pretty cool. It's called Falcon Lost, has 2 difficulties, hard mode and challenging mode, yada yada yada. And I'll link some articles in the description if you really want to read through all these details, but I think after this you should have a good idea of everything that's involved with this. There's going to be something cool where if you die, you can spectate your team, so you can kind of give them advice and be like, hey, why the fuck are you healing me? Which would be nice. Like, what are you doing? And see how bad your friends are at playing the Division. There's going to be a way to kind of trade loot after a match, which is really awesome, because right now when you're leveling, it doesn't matter what kind of loot you really get, because you're just like, oh, I'm going to equip the thing that has the most armor, most damage. But when you get to level 30, you're going to want to be speccing like, hey, I'm a tank, I'm a DPS person, I'm a sniper. And if someone gets like this awesome sniper and they're like, hey, I hate sniping, you could at least trade with somebody else. But it's only within like 2 hours of that match, and it can only be with people that did that one mission. So it seems really fair and balanced. You can't just have people like trading crazy weapons to anybody at any time. So I really like this system. It seems like a really unique way to stop people from doing weird stuff like people always do when they play video games. They have to like, I made a third character, and like, if you trade at 12 p.m. midnight and come back at like 1 and then it's a blue moon, like you get this extra weapon. Like, who gives a fuck? I definitely don't give a fuck enough to do that. People ruin video games like that. So that's cool. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of bug fixes because the people I was just mentioning like to find all these little bugs. Somebody was showing me some bug where you can kind of make like a farming system with this one elite boss by hopping through a fence, glitching the fence out, and then going back and forth. And hopefully they fix that shit, because that just ruins the game. And if that's what you're into, go ahead and I guess cheat. I don't really get why people do that to begin with. So those are getting fixed. I went through those. There's going to be some supply drops in the dark zone. That's more for people who are really into the Dark Zone, so I'm not going to get into all that. The Dark Zone has been a lot of fun. I just started playing that, so that's pretty cool. And it looks like there's going to be more, daily missions and also kind of like objectives here. Like it says there's new assignments that are new tasks. Like it says killing 10 cleaners, like a specific enemy will give you like different points into Phoenix credits or other rewards or whatever. So that seems like another kind of objective side mission reward type thing that they're going to be doing in the game to keep everybody addicted. So I think for the most part this covers like the big bulk. I'm sure there's other things that I miss here, little things here and there, but for things that everybody cares about, well, there's going to be new gear, but we're not going to know what that is until it's actually launched. But I think for everything that people care about and what they need to know, that's it. Basically, you can trade some loot. There's going to be this Falcon Lost thing that you're going to want to check out. And plus, it's all free. So there's more content, which is awesome, which should have been in the game anyways. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're playing The Division, let me know. Add me, Blitz5 on Xbox. And thank you for watching. As always, I am Blitz5. Peace.